I got Wyld Wayne in the building. What's going on, brother? How you
What's
doing, man?
happening? What's happening?
Everything good?
Yeah. Life is good. I can't complain over here. How about you, man?
Sure, beautiful, man. I'm breathing, That's what it's about. Yeah, man. So where you hailing from?
I'm from Richmond, California.
Nice, nice. West Coast, man. West Coast in the building. How's
Yeah.
how's the amateur boxing scene out there right now?
I'm just joining in. Um, you know what? It's cool. It's a fun thing to do. I feel like East Coast, I feel like y'all got it though, man. I feel like y'all definitely it's more of a scene, especially in California. And you would think since, we got so much good weather, 365, it'd be a little better.
Mm-hmm.
And since we're closer to the Golden Gloves, right?
Right.
But I say East Coast have it's a little bit more in the bones of the East Coast, but West Coast
Oh,
got it. I just say that because West Coast ain't got no style.
oh. I didn't even think about that. You might be right, bro.
Yeah,
It's like who do we look at from the West and we're like, they perfected that style.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like a West Coast boxing style. Y'all got the Philly shell. I mean, the closest you can kind of say West Coast style is like Mexican boxing.
Okay. Yeah, because there's a big Mexican presence, I'm guessing.
Yeah, yeah.
Nah, that's cool, man. That's cool. So when did you get into amateur boxing?
So I got my amateur license like last year. So I would say more, but more this year. So I did a couple of more events this year. I did some like point boxing. Then I did Street Beast. And I was like, you know what? Let's do it. Let's like ante it up. And just like let's get the amateur boxing thing. I'm trying to develop that West Coast style. So that's what kind of led me into more and
Right.
yeah, because it's a big difference in, playing, scoring, and then what it takes to win in the winning formula.
Nah, that's facts, man. So how many fights have you had in the amateur so far?
Two.
Okay. What was your first fight like? With a lot of nerves?
Man, racing, man, racing. And as much as you can train, I believe a lot of coaches in the boxing world is kind of like sink or swim with that. You know what I mean? You don't get, especially I discovered boxing so much later, but you don't get a coach who's going to try to mentally prepare you for the fight. And really, your first fight, that's what it comes down to. You know
Nah,
what I'm
for sure.
saying?
Yeah.
Especially when the pacing picks up, the ebb and flows of the fight. Can you like mentally ride that wave and be okay with it? You know what I'm saying? That's really what it comes down to. Skill has something to do with it. Will has a lot more to do with it.
Yeah, I agree. I agree, man. I think you can have all the skills, but like you said, if you fold in there, if you can't ride that wave, man, it's gonna be a long 3 minutes or 2 minutes, whatever you're fighting.
Yeah. And what you learn from boxing and what makes the difference, I believe, with each fight that isn't decided by knockout is scored on, is like who energy was bigger. Both of you guys are trying to impose your will. And a lot of times for the first fight, a guy tries to survive instead of impose his will on the other guy. And
Yeah,
the
that's
more you
true.
start winning is when you start figuring that out. And
Oh yeah, you good.
Yeah, man. I have my alarm set, but yeah, yeah. As I got to learn and as I got to go into the scene, I started figuring out the key to winning is domination.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true, man. I mean, I think the amateur scoring's a lot different than the pro, so it's good that you figured that out early. Some people don't even get to figure that out. They just got that pro style.
Yeah, yeah, and the pacing is definitely different.
For sure. Yep. So what brought you to the boxing gym?
Um, I used to own a record label, and first I was a rapper. Then I had a record label, and I had other rappers in the group. And one of the artists who reminded me of my younger self, he was like um, personality. I would say like a Tupac personality, but like a Mayweather with braids. And that
Okay.
was his favorite boxer. And he died mysteriously in his house out of nowhere. And I was getting out, and I had at this point I had definitely was living a different life. And when I got out, I was asked to eulogize his funeral, and rapping was more new to him. And we from Richmond, and we was at the Richmond Powell. I mean, the Richmond Powell came down, and nobody really talked about him rapping. Everybody just talked about how good of a boxer he was.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah, that was like, man, he was just, and he was so energetic. And, you know, I saw him changing his life and going towards the music for me. So since that didn't work out, I changed my life and started going towards the boxing for him.
Shoot.
And that's where the
That's
two
love, man.
intersected.
That's love, bro. And when you got in the gym, what did you expect? Like, was it everything you thought about, or were you like, damn, this is a whole different beast?
So it didn't start off in the gym. It started off hitting a heavy bag, and then I went to so on the West Coast, it wasn't a lot of just pure boxing gyms at this time, and they're still dwindling. Is out here it's like you get a 5-in-1. They got taekwondo, and they'll say,
Yeah,
yeah,
MMA.
jits and all of that, and then boxing. So I went to one of those, and it definitely wasn't the same. Um, what you learn from MMA boxing towards a real boxing gym is, like heads and tails. So I started off on a heavy bag, and you start sparring and around, and you're like, okay, it's got to be a little bit something more than this because I got everything here, but it's not lining up right. Everybody gets that first pair of boxing gloves and think they're going crazy on the bag, and then you start playing with your friend. You're like, hold on, wait a minute, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yep.
Why are my feet going this way, my hands going this way, and my body is crashing right into them? So I started, yeah. But when I first did enter into a boxing gym, yeah, you think, you know what? I didn't know what to expect. But for those who don't know what to expect, a boxing gym is very different than any other gym.
Yeah, I agree, man. I think it's all about discipline in a boxing gym.
Yeah, one way or the other.
Because if you don't listen,
Yeah,
either your coach gonna get on you and hit you, or somebody in the ring gonna be beating on you.
yeah, yeah,
Nah, that's good, man. That's good, man. Jeez, like I'm glad you entered the boxing space because you entered it on a way of like honoring somebody, man. I never really heard that before. Usually, yeah, people have troubles and that's their escape, but it's kind of like you ran to that, which was nice, bro.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, man. So you had two fights under your belt. You looking to fight again anytime soon?
I actually fight Saturday.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, yeah,
Are you
yeah.
sorry, what's your age? Like, are you masters?
Yeah, I'm 40.
Wow, man. Yo,
In my
gee,
40s,
shout
man.
out to you, brother.
Yeah.
That's what's up, man. I give you some horns for that, man. Cause
Oh yeah, man.
yeah, not a lot of 40-year-olds trying to run to the smoke, bro. That's for sure.
Exactly. Exactly. People turning it down at this age.
Yep, yeah, that's what's up, man. So any like favorite boxers you got that you just look at and watch tape of when you home or something like that?
You know, as much as people, I'm not really a big boxing fan as I am a boxing fan. Like, so I don't really, because you know what'll throw you off with this? Like, I liked a couple, like Shakur was one of my guys, man. And he said some things that kind of I didn't agree with. I was like, damn, I still like you as a boxer. But then you start kind of going with the crowd. You be like, you know what? What they saying is right. You know, because little, um, my favorite boxer to watch, though, period, and it's gonna be cliche, but everybody, if you're really into this, you know his name, and that's Sugar Ray Robinson on
Okay,
Facts.
yeah,
Yeah,
the goat, the
the
goat,
GOAT.
goat. Yeah.
All the sugars. Yeah, and then favorite, you know, of recent time, I'll say Roy Jones, man. Roy Jones was just doing some things you cannot create. You know, those gazelle hooks, those angles, and you know that reaction time.
Oh yeah, those reflexes, crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah, you can't teach that in the
no,
gym. What Roy had, he was doing everything wrong but making it look right.
right, right.
Oh man. So
Yeah.
yeah, so right now you're in a boxing gym. I guess you go more often than you would before, like you full time boxer, you'd say, or
Well, I work 12 hours at Tesla, but yes, I'm there every day, except for Sundays. And of course today, you know, because we got something coming up. But yeah, every
right?
day,
Yeah.
man. Benicia Boxing. Shout out to Benicia Boxing. That's where I go in
Okay,
Benicia, California. And then my own thing is MAD Boxing. MAD for making a difference.
that's great, man. That's great. And why'd you start that MAD boxing?
Because I need that West Coast style. We don't got no style. We got, you know, the boxing mecca is right over here on the West Coast. And so much going on right there in Nevada to SoCal to definitely the Bay. And we just ain't, we underrepresented for a market that we have heavy investments in, man. So, hey, man, somebody got to bring it to the marketplace. Why not me?
Nah, that's a fact, man. That's a fact, man. How do you feel about Bill Haney and Devin, man? I mean, they from the Bay. They putting on.
Ooh. you know, that's another one of those things where I was totally behind that machine. You could have said no wrong until they did some things I didn't agree with. Then you kind of start saying, well, you know what? It wasn't the loss, man. It wasn't. It was when it got to the point of you about to sue somebody for fighting you. I mean, at the end of the day, whatever is whatever, right? And everything is totally wrong, and all the rules should be followed. But come on, bro, you finna sue him? Like,
Yeah,
come on, bro. That's like, nah, we don't, nah,
yeah,
nah,
yeah. I didn't like it either, but
yeah.
the optics of it, at least, it looked bad, right?
Yeah, my whole thing towards that camp. Like, oh, okay, but and you know what's crazy? Devin from Oakland, I'm from Richmond. That's like 10 minutes away. Me and Devin got the same birthday, so
Okay.
yeah, I was all, and he younger, so I'm already rooting. Like, oh yeah, go little homie. Then he pulled that. I'm like, but yeah,
Nah,
they
nah.
don't represent West Coast boxing neither, man. We gotta put some breathe some new blood and some new life. I know it's a
Right.
bunch of young, eager up and comers, but man, I want to be a heavy influence into that next wave. Next wave.
Absolutely, man. That's the way to do it. That's the way to do it. So how's your whole coaching? Is you go to which boxing gym you go to again? Sorry, you just said it.
Benicia boxing.
Anisha Boxing. Yeah. So how long has that been there in Richmond?
Well, it's in Benicia. It's been there since 2006, and
Okay, that's been a minute then, like 20 something years. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, pretty solid staff. You get a couple of different styles. Definitely Filipino style. Um, my coach, the head coach Andy, he has his own style. He's a like fourth degree black belt, and I think he studies a couple other disciplines. Um, he's like one of those people who can work with you on all levels. That was the harder thing too about being so much older. I started boxing in my 30s, and no one's interested in the 30-year-old guy in the boxing gym. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's
Yeah.
trying to bring up that teenager or that one kid with a little, spunk in his eye. My coach, he just actually he was like, you know what? I'm going for whoever hungry, and he can train any level. And he worked with me, which was in every other boxing gym I went to. Like I said, they was looking at the teenagers like, what am I going? Who this guy is not going to go get the green straps up? Blah, you know what I'm saying? And I feel him, but even the street beef's momentum. That was such a great fight, and that was such a crazy ending that boosted in the momentum. So I'm just glad he got behind me and supported me with that. And that brought new life and a new look and a lot of new people into the gym. So
Okay. Yo, that's good then. You bring your business, man. You
yeah,
bring your business. That's what's up, man. So like, are you looking to go professional at some point, or you just gonna try to be a new grassroots person in the boxing community in the West
yeah,
Coast?
yeah. I'm not. Yeah, I'm realistically. I won't say I can't because I can do anything. But I would say some. I don't know. I don't believe in losing. Sometimes you just most of the time you just run out of time, and I wouldn't say it would be my wisest investment of time to go
Yeah,
pro.
I see what you're saying. Yep.
Yeah, I mean
Yeah,
the
man.
oldest.
Like you
Who
said.
was the oldest? Like Bernard Hopkins. He got the belt like 46.
Yeah. Yeah, I think he was 46, 40. He might have even been 48 when he beat Pascal. Yeah, he was pretty old though.
Yeah, and that's cool, but I don't got that type of time to dedicate myself the next 8 years. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
facts. Yeah.
And even still, just to do that and then be done, I think it would be a better use to put towards a style and then build up a team that will keep getting those belts and
Nah,
build up.
that's good, man.
Like
Right.
Mayweather got he took the Philly Shield and
Yo,
now it's
he
called
did.
Mayweather Boxing.
He did, bro. He stole that thing.
He added his own twist to it, and he definitely perfected it. So, shout out to him. No hate there, but
Hmm.
that's what happens when you that dope. You know,
Nah, that's facts. And now everybody's trying to be like Mayweather, trying to do the Mayweather shoulder roll. But yeah, is there any young cats out there that you could put us on that you think are gonna be the next ones out of the West Coast there, or Richmond, Oakland?
man. You know what? It's a gang. It's too many to name. I don't want to be that guy. Nobody
Hmm.
who no, no one comes to mind more significant than the rest. But I'm just saying, watch out for the whole West Coast because that LA boxing scene, that Bay Area boxing scene is definitely heating up. And like I say, Nevada is right there. And yeah, we've been definitely trying to make a good contribution into this stuff. So no, but nobody comes to
Real.
mind that sticks out and stands out. But just watch out for this whole piece, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure, man. For sure. Shout out to the West Coast, man. But yeah, man, you got any social medias you can give out to the people before I
Yeah,
let you go?
definitely. I'm on Instagram, Warrior Wild Wayne. Uh, Warrior Wild with a Y,
Wow, what a
Wyld
wow.
Wayne, Wayne.
Yeah, man. Make sure y'all go hit up my man Wyld Wayne. And bro, good luck to your fight on Saturday, man. Thanks for taking time
Thank
out
you.
to speak with me and my whole platform. And hopefully we can link up again, man.
Yeah, yes, yes, definitely. As also, my fight is on YouTube at
Oh yeah.
the
Oh shit.
Scrapyard.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. It's a scrapyard. Y'all go check that out, man. So we
Yeah,
can
man.
get to see Wayne in action.
Hey,
All
thank
right,
you,
bro.
man.
Appreciate you, man.
All right,
Peace.
peace.